does, but I can get Miranda to help me out of that.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to do.
Oh, it would.
I just didn't see going down for that.
Hopefully it's
And as
helpful.
long as you have the
Taking
vehicle
those
description, like your McDonald's still number value.
Yeah.
You can buy that in.
Well, I
advance.
didn't go to ABICC.
I did.
At least it wasn't 10, 20, or 31 days.
Oh.
But it's only good to get it. from you, so,
Okay.
anyway.
So just to confirm that this meeting is being recorded for later viewing on our YouTube channel.
Okay. I'd like to call to order the regular council meeting for the District of Port Hardy for Tuesday, August 13th. We respectfully acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional territory of the Coahuila people, Gail-Kepla. We have a late grant and aid brought in, so we get a approval as the agenda amended.
Is that the item 1 under new business or no, item 2 under new business?
That's it.
Oh, it's
Yeah, is that where it
Item
belongs?
12 and-
item 12 under correspondence.
Oh, it's already under here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
first,
item 12 under correspondence. Okay.
motion, Counselor Tidbury, seconder, Counselor Smith. All in favor? Yep, carried. Okay, yep, adoption of minutes of the special council meeting held July 9th, 2024 for adoption. First, Counselor Tidbury, seconder, Counselor Dugas. All in favor?
You guys are mean.
Carried. Minutes of the regular council meeting held July 9th, 2024 for adoption. First motion, Counselor Tidbury's got a sign right up there. Good. Second, Counselor Douglas. All in favor? Carried. Delegations and requests to address council, none in agenda today. Business arising from the minutes and unfinished business. Council item action report for information. Any questions? New business, the 2024-2034 Community Works Fund Agreement. We got a letter here.
And I'll make that motion, the recommendation. Oh, I don't know if anybody had anything to say, so.
Yeah, any questions, any comments?
I'll just make a comment with regards to that. I did a little checking and I was asking Normie about what this actually represents. And she said that, because I was wondering if it was in addition to the gas tax, but unfortunately this replaces the gas tax. So it's the same thing, but it gives us more opportunities to use the funding where we didn't have it before. And I could see that in the next couple of years, this year and next year, for 3 years, we get 241,000. And then in the 4th and 5th year, we get 250,000. So that'll help us out for sure. Yeah, definitely.
An embarrassment of riches with the extra.
Yes, exactly. I'll second the motion.
So first motion, Counselor Robertson, and second motion, Counselor Tidbury. No further questions. All in favor? Carried. Under correspondence, Janet Dorwood, organizer of the 2024 Terry Fox Run.
Declare a conflict on exit the room.
Fair enough. So request for use of Carrot Park.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any comments?
I just got a comment, like I just have a problem with sometimes the council members having to leave the room on something that is basically all they're asking for is to use an area.
There's no
And
present.
there's no financial gain or anything like that. And maybe we can check into that sometime down the line.
Yeah, so if I may,
Yeah.
Mayor, it's my understanding that it's up to the individual council members to declare conflict of interest.
Right.
Generally, this would be done when there's perceived financial gain from said individual. But it ultimately lies in their decision to make that declaration, should they wish to. There is funds that are being collected on behalf of the organization through this event. So at this point in time.
Yeah, it's just, I just find it a little hard sometimes, because like most of this council members are on
Various committees. Yeah.
various committees and like this Terry Fox one it's going somewhere else.
Yeah, the funding is anyways, yeah.
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 It's going somewhere else to better somebody's life.
Mhm.
And I'm just, maybe sometime we could, in committee, we could bring it up and maybe get a clearer idea. Okay,
Sounds good.
that's all I gotta,
Okay.
I'm all in favor of
Yeah,
that.
our first motion.
Yeah, I'll move that
Oh, did you have something you want to say?
Oh, no, I think
Okay.
it's a great,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just thought we had a first and second.
Yeah, so who was the first motion was,
I can,
Counselor
I thought it was Counselor Dugas and-
Counselor Dugas and
Yes.
Counselor Smith.
yeah,
Okay, all in favor? Carried.
technically,
Yeah.
And return to the room.
Yeah. Item number 2, Keelan DeCina, Member Services Manager, Life Saving Society, BC and Yukon, regarding the Drowning Prevention Week for July 21st to 27th, 2024 proclamation request for ratification. Any comments? Counselor Tidbury?
oh, I'm in favor of the recommendation.
Are you moving it?
he's moving it.
You're moving it? I'll
Yeah.
second it.
Okay,
Sorry.
any other questions?
we did it online too.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
just a,
Any other questions?
no,
No, so do we need to vote on it then if it's already been,
Yeah.
okay, all in favor? Carried?
It was good to see the online social media. Like I got to see it online, so that was good.
mhm.
Item number 3, Laura Donovan, member of the Odanak First Nation, regarding suicide prevention support for Indigenous children. For discussion,
Mhm.
Counselor Robertson.
Yeah, I clearly, this is not something you outwardly oppose. I'm just not that familiar with who the person is or who the organization is. And I wouldn't mind having a little bit more information, which is not to say I don't want to support it. I'm not that familiar with the organization, and I know there are groups in town that may be more, so perhaps we could ask some questions of the group. And and again, I don't want to be adopting something that other groups aren't familiar with or something, so I think we should do it in concert with other people and get a little bit more information. And that may just be me, other people may, I'm happy to hear if other people are familiar with it.
Okay, Counselor Dorwin.
I agree with you, Counselor Robertson. There's a group in town that are working hard on the suicide prevention stuff, and
Mhm.
yeah, we should just run it past them, I think, and staff run it past them, and
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I'd be in favor of that.
Counselor Smith.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we can all agree that suicide has hit our community very strongly, and just to touch base with our local support groups and see if this is something we should go forward with. I agree. Yeah.
So I would just move to refer it to staff
Yeah,
with apologies.
Deputy Corporate Officer Louisa, you had your hand up.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Pixel. So I was just going to refer to the letter that's been included in the agenda package from the individual making the requests, Laura Donovan. So she does provide some background context as to why she's making this request to local governments. It specifically outlines just some circumstances involving her daughter and her daughter's experience prior to the unfortunate passing of her daughter. And in that request then goes on to state that she has met with the BC Minister of Education to share her daughter's and her family's experience in terms of receiving suicide prevention support with the school district. This is not a local school district to the North Island. I would like to clarify that. And so it just outlines specifically what the terms of the meeting was and what she was requesting. And that includes, number one being the Ministry of Education ensures all schools in British Columbia are funded and equipped to provide suicide prevention support and training to staff and students based on current evidence-based practices. She requests this with the understanding that all children and staff will benefit from this honor. And the second request to the minister at that meeting was that the Ministry of Education perform an audit of the suicide prevention program, suicide prevention support provided to Felicity and the family. So the request is that for the local government to provide a letter to the BC Minister of Education in support of her requests, Laura Donovan's requests to the
Okay.
minister. So if it is the direction of council that staff brings this forward to our local group to get further information, we can do that.
Yes. I think that's,
We need a motion to,
yeah, I'll move to it just now.
yeah, so a motion to move to staff.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Item number 4, Thomas Wamas, the 3rd annual Walk for Sobriety, September 15th to 30th. It's a request to council. Any questions?
I'll make the motion that we. Okay, the walk. Is that what they're asking for?
Uh,
Asking for a donation.
Ask it for some kind of support, yes.
Yes.
We did before too. I think, didn't
I
we?
don't know, Norma?
Yeah, Director of Financial Services, Norma.
Thank you. Yeah, we can't waive the fees, so it would need to come from grant and aid. And we haven't had a request in the past.
Oh, I thought we did
Oh.
something. I remember we've had something from Thomas before us, before.
But they're
There was
asking,
nothing in the
they
grant.
were asking for us to pay for the Civic Center and waive the fees. So we can't waive fees, but we can look at our grant and aid to cover the cost for the Civic Center. So I guess that's what we're talking about right now. Are
Yeah.
we willing to do that under the grant and aid, cover the fees for the Civic Center? And what are those fees? Is it for a full day? Norma, do you know?
$50, I don't know if it's for a full day, actually.
What's a full
Yeah,
day?
he said for the
cost?
day, yeah.
What is it, for the day?
It
It
says
would be for the day?
Rental costs for that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, September 13th. So I'll have to make sure that is available
On that day.
on that day and then what the cost is for
You
the.
know, they might have booked it already. I don't know. And those fees will all depend on what they want too, because I know that when we booked it before,
Deputy.
how many
Corporate
tables
Officer,
and all that
Louisa.
stuff.
So if I may, Deputy Mayor Texel and Council, staff did review the request in advance, understanding that the, any fees that are set out in those rates of the bylaw cannot be waived.
Mhm.
This particular initiative is connected to the BC Cancer Foundation, and there is an option that should it be the desire of the council that the grant and aid support could be vetted to the BC Cancer Foundation. Refer to page 30, and I can try and see if I can bring it up on here. I can screen share. I just can't see it very well. So if you do scan the QR code, it does take you to their foundation, which has a connection to the event.
Mhm.
that would be up to the mayor and council for further deliberation.
I guess the thoughts would be, do we want to make the cancer society pay for it, or we pay for it? Is that the, what we're,
Essentially, yeah. And I'm-
Essentially.
I'm okay with taking it from granting it.
You have to make a recommendation. What's the
I'll move that we cover the cost from Grantham Aid for the time in the civic center that he needs.
I'll second that.
second that motion? Any other questions?
What's the cost?
Just is not being completely clear if the request is for just the rental of the civic center or like also tables and whatever. Do we
Yeah,
want to put a
no.
cap on the amount?
Would $100 be?
Can I suggest that we send a copy to the Lions Club and see if they wish to support this?
Mm. Okay,
Good.
Can that be done?
Alternatively to providing a grant aid request.
Yeah.
Can I change
Who
my
is this?
motion?
yes, you
Of course you
can.
Can I just refer it? Thank you, John. Move that we refer this to the Lions Club for the Lions Club
Yep.
For their
for
consideration.
their consideration.
Okay, second, anyone second that? Dennis Dugas. Any other questions? All in favor?
Thanks.
Carry.
Thanks, John.
That's a good save, John. Yeah. Item number 5, Allison Noble, President CEO of the BC Game Society, regarding the 2024 BC Summer Games, just for information. Councillor Robertson?
Well, I noticed that there was one person from Port Hardy who won a medal.
Yes,
So who was it? I
it
don't-
was Matthias Wilson, and he is a
that-
Coagulous member and from Fort Rupert, and I believe that is Cody Walker's son,
Okay.
and it was for youth soccer, for boys youth soccer, and they medaled.
Oh, that's very-
Yes,
good for him.
That is awesome.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Can we send them a letter of congratulations? Do we have?
I think that's
Would we be
a
able- Would we
fantastic
be able to
idea.
contact?
Perfect.
Yeah. So, get a motion?
Mhm.
I'll make
Oh,
it.
okay.
Since I kind of
Trina,
made
come on, get in there.
Okay, who's seconding that motion? Counselor Dugas? Any other-
Dugas over here.
Any other questions? All in favor? Carried,
Gotta be fast if you want to beat John.
Yeah.
apparently. Item number 6, Brian Lawton, Fire Commissioner, Office of the Fire Commissioner, regarding the Safety Act for information. Any questions?
Yeah, I would just have a question with regards to, there's been some changes, obviously, and it's been supposedly starting August 1st, which is just the other day. And obviously, there's some new changes, and there's going to be some, obviously, in those new changes, we got budgeting coming up here, and I'm sure that's going to have some impact on the budget. And I know that I had the opportunity to talk to our Director of Finance about it, and so it'll be up to the mayor if she has something that she would like to say about that.
Okay, Director of Finance, Norma.
I can say that the fire chief and the CAO have met and discussed the implementation of this, and they do have Tim Pray to assist with the whole package and help our chief.
Awesome. Any questions?
Do you know if there's financial implications greater than?
I haven't seen it that far.
Okay.
No, but we'll be having a meeting when Heather returns.
More to come, hey?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Anyone else? Item number 7, Chris Trumpy, Chief Executive Assessment Officer and Associate Deputy Minister, Environmental Services Assessment Office, regarding the Environmental Assessment Act, for information. Councilor Robertson?
Yeah, I was just the same question that Dennis had about the other, how, does this have any impact on us that we're aware of? Or?
Director of Financial Services, Norma.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, when I looked at it before, it was not immediately clear.
Yeah.
I'll take a look.
It's just a-
Counselor Dugas?
Oh, the only thing that I know that, the province has a tendency to want to download a lot of stuff on local municipalities, and this is just another way of doing it.
Yep.
And it's gonna take that time. So, it's cost obviously to us because it takes away from other areas of
Yeah.
duties that we are
Yeah.
doing. So we do know that, there's gonna be an impact, but may not be with regards to hiring extra staff, but who knows with regards to the workload, whether or not we're gonna have to hire somebody as a contractor to get us on board or whatever. But as far as I know from when we talked about it before, it sounded like, our CAO mentioned that, seems like we're on track, so. Which sounds good. So far.
Any other questions?
Hmm.
Item number 8, Honorable Ravi Kalam, Minister of Housing, regarding small-scale multi-unit housing requirements for information. Any questions, comments? Counselor Dorwood?
I recollect that we were already in compliance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Item number 9, Jonas Woodrow, Program Officer, Local Government Program Services, Union of British Columbia Municipalities, regarding 2022 Strengthening Community Services Regional, supporting the North Island's vulnerable population for information. Any questions or comments?
Yeah.
Counselor, oh,
No,
yeah,
go ahead.
I'll go with Director of Financial Services, Nora May.
Yeah, we use this to increase shelter beds and hours of support for our vulnerable population and a lot with the Salvation Army. It's been a great program. We've had $300,000 received over the last 3 years, so looking forward to it.
Yes. Very
This
much
is the
needed.
Sobering and Assessment Center.
Mhm.
Pardon me?
The Sobering and Assessment Center,
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Counselor Dugas?
just a question, is there gonna be opportunities to get more funding to continue with that program, do you know?
Strengthening communities?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. I think that we, like the money that we just received is from the last report that we put in
Mhm.
to finalize that part off. And I have seen another application coming around that Heather's been working on, so I believe so.
So it'll just be
But,
hopefully
I
flip
can
over,
verify it with you.
that'd be good. It'd be great if it could continue, but. Because once it gets started and if they pull the funding away, that kind of defeats the whole
Well,
purpose.
Create the need and
Yeah.
the dependency, and all of a sudden,
Pull it away, that would be terrible.
Agree. Any other comments, questions?
Great
Item-
program.
Item number 10, 480 Secondary School Graduates and Parent Committee of the 2024 graduating class, a letter of thank you.
That was kind of neat picture that they said, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
I like it. Good. I'm glad we could support them.
Item number 11, Union of British Columbia Municipalities and First Nation Leadership Council regarding the province-wide community-to-community forum, September 16th, 2024, for information. Any comments or questions?
no, I'm looking forward to reports to hear.
Yeah.
I got Literary Fox on Sunday, so I can't make it the UBC on Monday, unfortunately, so I can't.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be able
UBC on
to.
Tuesday.
I've registered for that.
You did? I think I did too, but I gotta check with Miranda on that one. And if I didn't, I'm gonna switch.
Deputy Corporate Officer.
I believe Mayor Cordova has also registered for the CDC.
Perfect. Okay, item number 12, which is the Lake Grant Aid request for the North Island Music Festival.
Mhm.
Counselor Smith?
Just have a question. Was it, are they looking for recreation passes? Is that sort of
Mhm.
where this came from?
In the emails.
It's for the sound option, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, for the
Mhm.
silent option, yeah. Was it recreation passes they were?
Yeah, they're either looking for recreation passes or pool rental or just something.
Nice.
Silent auction.
Counselor Dorwood?
Did Recreation have a suggestion?
For what to do? We're open to anything, it's just that has to go to council, so whatever,
I think we should
we have free public
Then
students,
make
so I'm not
decision.
sure, like, maybe a.
passes for
full
launching
rental.
votes.
How much is a book of passes?
We don't sell those right now.
You don't anymore?
No, because, we have, we're gonna be offering early bird discount on all our programs, but our public and family swim are free. With our grant.
But there's the fitness one and the night swim and all that.
Yeah.
That are,
Yeah,
Director of Financial Services, Normy.
We had that 50 passes of blank swims that came from the Mickey Ranger recently.
Mhm.
And the value on that on our grant aid was $275. It's just something I had in front of me from someone else who had on that.
And they've come to us before too. I haven't been there. I seem to remember some discussion about it not being a preferred event.
Or something with the gatehouse, but it's not in my notes, like we didn't have anything out of grant need for them before, so it may have been something else that was, they requested.
Councillor Dorwin.
is 10 passes being a bit cheap?
50 passes?
10,
10 is not.
is that being a bit cheap?
Yeah, gee.
Okay, 11.
Well, that Scotch coming out of you again there, lassie.
Our Scotch goes in.
If we did 30 and then they could do 10, 10 and 10 and have like 3 different
Yeah, they could decide how to
items,
break
or
it
they could
up.
decide how to break it up, but
And that
10
would be
is a
the-
little on the low side
Yes.
there, Councillor Doyle.
The Scotch and me. What, how much are 30 passes?
We know what 50
Sure.
is. Yeah.
for adult is 601, I believe, of tax for.
600 and what?
$6.
$6
That'd be $180.
$6.
Yeah. I'll make a motion, we'll donate 30 passes.
I'll second that.
That motion. Any other comments or, Deputy Corporate Officer Louisa?
Sorry, how many passes?
30,
30.
Okay.
Yeah.
out of the grant and aid, right? Do we need to say that?
Okay.
Assuming we have funds left, and I'm pretty sure that's what we know.
Yes, we have
one.
No other comments or questions?
Cheap.
All in favor? Carried.
Break the bank.
Committee reports, none in the package. Staff reports, Finance Department, July 2024, check and EFT listing report for information. Number 2, Director of Financial Services, Nora May, regarding reallocating capital funds, Carrot, and welcome signage at Carrot Park.
Good idea.
Councillor Tidbury,
Yeah, I'm do with the recommendation. Make a motion.
I'll second that.
any other comments or questions? Councillor Dorwood?
We're getting new signs?
Yes, so the Carver is what's his name?
It was,
Dave.
showed a drawing in there, actually.
Mhm, I know.
Just get my notes here again. Dan Ritchie, he, as we know, the signs, some of them are getting safety issues down there. So he's, Chad, our maintenance manager, reached out to the Campbell River Art Society, and he had 5 contacts of carvers, and 3 of them got back to him. And in the end, Dan Ritchie was the only one that carried forward. He's got a really nice website. He's done a lot of nice work. He's got a mural besides carving. He also does murals in Campbell River. He actually, the maintenance manager found a copy of an old newspaper clipping from when the welcome sign was in 1984, and had the 2 carvers, and Dan Ritchie reached out to one of the carvers that is alive. One has unfortunately passed away, and talked to him about it. And then you can see the pictures that he's got. It's kind of hard to tell the sizes in there, but
It's just recreating what's pretty
yeah.
much there.
And then they have Public Works is gonna help transport some of it here. And then they'll be there also to help with the installs, and then that way we'll have, like we talked about, moving the carrot and having a bench and a plaque and stuff. So if this gets approved because of the, to allocate the funds over to this, the museum is gonna be more than what we thought. And so I think, he says he can get it done this year if we can, get the, move forward with it and the approval to do it.
A question, did anyone reach out to Clinton Blaney?
The local,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
and
like, well, he's not, he lives in Powell River, but he's born and raised in Port Hardy.
Robert
There was
Scott.
one
Yeah.
local that Chad had also spoken with, and he said he just doesn't have time.
Okay,
And so when he had reached around to start to get some quotes, that's how it ended up going through the Campbell River Art Society. And they weren't all from Campbell River.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure that he would get a chance to see if he was interested or not, considering he's from Port Hardy. He would come back to Filoni Days and carve in front of everybody, and
Yeah, that
he's super good at what he does, yeah. for
sounds
sure.
like the same person. I can find
Okay.
out for you. But
I would love to find that
spoke
out for
with,
sure.
Chad, he definitely said that he had reached out to a local.
I was just wondering if you meant by local, like a local indigenous carver or something.
No, because I said something, I'm pretty sure he's not actually from town. 'cause
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I said.
Okay.
And he said, well, no, but he comes here all the time.
Yeah.
But he's just too busy.
It sounds like fun. Yeah. Counselor Smith, sorry.
I'm just, I'm really happy to hear that, that he reached out to the
Mhm.
previous artist that had made the sign. So that gives me confidence in this. And it needs to be done.
Counselor Dorwood?
Is the old sign available for like auction to the public?
You wanna
Or
buy?
however the sale process goes?
I don't know for sure. I would,
I think
We
there'd
can
be
take
people
that
interested
to-
in buying that.
Pretty good piece of history.
They, yeah, they'd have to do something with, because like the bear and the welcome sign is sort of pulpy now.
Right.
And so they would have to, and you know, you can feel the carrot where it's,
Yeah.
We've had the discussion about the carrot before.
I don't think that you could sell it because of the liability issue that you're selling
Yeah.
something that's not safe. So that would put us in a bad position if something happened. If they were transporting somewhere and it fell on somebody or whatever, because it was rotten.
We should look into that though.
Yeah.
So can you dump it? throw it
You
out, and
being in
then-
the insurance business, maybe you could.
I'm in the insurance business, but I'm not a lawyer.
two different organizations.
Yeah, but our
That's what
our
it's worth
insurance would
looking
have, I think our insurance, well, I don't know, we have to check it out,
It
but
could be the same thing, you sell a vehicle. it's the same thing.
yeah.
It's, yeah, it's pulpy. Anyway, I'll tell you now, I know.
Yeah.
I just, I'm imagining that there's a few locals that would love to have it in their
Yeah.
yard. Not
And it's the
necessarily
same
mounted
as-
off the ground, but
Just plunk.
And it's the same as the bears out at the corner there, the store to the ferry terminal. Exactly the same thing.
You're getting,
Yeah.
They're getting, they're showing their age.
yeah, there's
sure.
backup questions.
But- Yeah.
So my question was, are we talking apples and apples? Yeah. We're not getting a smaller version. We're getting the same size.
yeah, the sizes, I actually have them a bit
25
clearer
feet.
than what's on there. So
It looks pretty close
the
to the
bear
size.
and the welcome is one piece 10 feet tall.
mhm.
The Port Hardy with the salmon will be one piece 12 feet in length. Hardy log is 3 feet in diameter and 25 feet in length,
Mhm.
and the carrot is 10 feet tall.
It's pretty big.
So that's good.
And if I may, then I think once, there'll be a lot of discussion for sure about what's there and how we move what is there and what we can do with it. And so we'll make sure that we, do, like Louisa said, maybe commemorate some stuff too. But I think that for sure, it's not going to be, there's going to be more heads in there once we get going, because we're going to need to talk about insurance and moving and what can you do with them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We can't just sell an asset without finding.
No, but I would like it to be
Yeah.
explored, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I will. And if you want to.
Step one is to do.
Deputy corporate officer, you have something to say?
No, I think that's a good plan, that, that when the time comes that we could explore the options for doing some sort of commemoration of that historical significance that
Definitely.
both the carrot and the welcome signage hold. And that, that staff can look into that in advance to get some more information.
Thank you.
And then who made the original or move the motion?
I have Councillor.
Oh, I
Templeton,
did.
Seconded by Councillor Smith.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor? Carried. Item number 3, Heather Nelson Smith, CAO, regarding the 30th anniversary of the twinning with Nevada and delegation to Japan cost subsidy. Any questions? Councillor Tiberi,
I'll make the motion that we'll go with the recommendation.
Second.
Councillor Dorwood,
My problem with the recommendation is it says per diem, which means per day. And I think it just means a one-time load. Correct. The scratch per diem from the,
One time.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be just a one-time.
Good point then.
Yes.
yeah, it's not on the recommendation, but it's on the words wherever they're.
Okay, I
Under
just, yeah,
budget indications. Right, that's what she's saying. So,
And any total of this amount for all the people that traveled. And that's per trip.
That would be a lot of money.
So $500 per delegate.
Per delegate.
$500 per delegate.
Yes.
Deputy corporate officer,
yeah, sorry, Normy, Director of Finance and I were just discussing that our understanding of the recommendation is that it would be the total cost of providing $500 per delegation for up to a total of $4,000.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that it could be funded through the Twinning Society current account balance.
okay,
That's our understanding.
Councillor Robertson.
yeah, curiously, when I saw that, I think it's a good idea. But how Nevada funds their visitors and travelers. It'd be interesting to know.
That's an excellent question that I certainly don't know the answer to.
We could forward a question to, say, the mayor or the CAO as they traipse through Nevada.
Councillor Road.
I believe, but I'm not certain that it is their municipality. We're hosted by their municipality and not society. It's a very big deal for their community.
Mhm.
And yes. And
Probably
the
covered.
treatment is,
Mhm.
as I said before, it's amazing, but
I should have went.
the people assigned to kind of corral us were employees of the municipality. So I'm pretty sure it's through their municipal budget.
Yeah, no, I just, when they travel.
Oh, when they
Come
travel.
over here.
That's a good question. Sorry, I
I
misunderstood.
can imagine they get subsidized somehow.
I think it's just a small dip in the bucket for what the,
Overall
Good.
cost is, yeah.
yeah.
Any other comments or questions? All in favor? Carried. Under pending bylaw,
Was the first and
water.
seconder?
I seconded.
It was
I
Councillor
thought I did.
Okay, thank you.
I thought I did.
The, water conservation.
oh, thanks. Item number 4, Heather Nelson Smith, CAO, regarding water conservation stage 2 activation effective August 16th, 2024 for information. And I'm wondering if maybe the deputy corporate officer maybe wants to just touch quickly on what that means for everybody.
So staff have prepared some education online to help get the information out to the community about the change in watering restrictions and how that differs from level 1 versus level 2. So there's a change in the available days, depending on your, whether an even house or odd house on when you can do your watering. So it just knocks that down to 2 days per week rather than 3. There is a change, I believe, as well for new lawns. It's now prohibited. So you're not able to apply for a permit. It was a permit application process anyways. That had to be vetted through the municipal hall. So we were aware of new lawns when they were being seeded and had additional watering requirements. There is also a change, I believe, to the ability to do, for example, pressure washing, and it's now for only preparing surfaces for treatments or others. So it's not as it was for level 1 at this time. So this is in response to monitoring that's been going on, I believe, at the reservoir, in addition to the prolonged period of drought conditions that our region has been experiencing and the forecasted drought conditions that are likely to continue for some time.
Councilor Tibury?
The video outlines it very well.
Yeah.
And kudos to the video person.
Councilor Robertson?
Yeah, no, brown grass is good grass.
Councilor Dorwood?
There are also lovely magnets available in the foyer at Municipal Hall, which I discovered very recently.
I got one on my fridge.
Perfect. Deputy Corporate Officer?
Sorry, and I will just add that staff have been attending past community events and functions to help get the word out there about our water conservation measures, why we're doing it and why it's important. And as one of the staff members that was manning our Flumides booth with CAO Nelson Smith, I can say that it was very well attended. We had a very good reception to the information that we were getting out. The demonstration was, I think, very eye-opening for a lot of people that maybe weren't quite aware of the impact of how their water use actually has over time. Heather had a very good demo where you can just calculate out how much water you're consuming if you have a drip, and a tap at your home or place of work. If you left it unmaintained, how much water that would work out to. And it was quite shocking for some that in some cases it was equivalent to essentially the amount of water that's sitting in our pool that has just recently opened. So I think people felt motivated by that information. So it was good. And we do have plans to have staff also attend the upcoming fall fair event and providing out, again, more information about our water conservation status and water conservation measures that people can take in the home or at work.
Awesome. Councilor Smith?
I had the fortune of being there at the booth during some of those consultations, and it was phenomenal to see the light go on in people's heads and understanding, oh, well, it's just dripping, a little bit. But when they understood the impact that makes on our water, that's where it was like, oh, I better get that fixed. So I'm glad you're doing more outreach, and it's nice to have that visual for our community members to understand, how important our water is. So thank you for that, doing those events.
Pending bylaws, bylaw number 1164-2023, amendment to zoning bylaw 1010-2013. Current bylaws and resolutions, none in the agenda. Council reports, start with Councilor Robertson.
I'll be quick, not much on holidays and at library board meetings in Nanaimo, and we will soon see a budget coming. Hopefully it'll be approved by the board, the greater board in mid-September, and we'll see that coming, and memory serves me it's around 6%. The levies, the overall levies are increasing 6%, which is significantly reduced from last year. How that works out by community will vary according to the formula. But overall, I think the budget is looking at about between 5 and 6%. So that's me. Thanks.
And Councilor Dugas.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Yeah, I was on vacation for a few weeks, but I was in contact with BC Housing during that time, and I just had a meeting with them today. talking about our housing project and it will be something coming to council in the near future on some changes with regards to our direction. So, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Counselor Tiberi.
Seniors, this weekend we had a fantastic Y elephant sale and barbecue. Lots of people attended. It was a fantastic weekend and they did really well. And things are going along just fine. As everybody knows, I'm every day in Hobart.
How's the road?
Awesome right now. Really good. It's absolutely all the way just about to the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice.
No,
I don't think I've ever heard you say
No, I
that.
don't think.
no.
Mark that one on the wall.
Yeah, mark that down.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
good news.
it's the first time I've seen an individual company be on the road 3 times this year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Good. Counselor Robertson.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I think it's, this is a memory thing. It has, this is the first council meeting since Salome Days.
Correct.
Yes.
So thank you to all of the people who prepared, went for the parade and all of the events in Salome Day, I thought, and for arranging good weather to follow.
Oh, we tried hard. We did a lot of
I
prayer.
think it was great and I heard lots of good things from me and from other people too. So thank you to all of the organizers for Salome Days. It was really good.
Thank you.
And from our MLA too, who was also.
And I got one small note from on San Jose, Maine. They have a fat truck working on it, so
Oh, wow.
be prepared.
Oh, yeah, okay. And isn't Ronning Main also closed right now too?
No, that's open now.
It's
It's
done?
finished. All the
Okay.
job is, the bridges are done.
Okay, so you can get to Raft Cove.
You
and,
can get to
Palmerton.
Raft Cove back again.
Yeah.
But the logging truck comes off Stranby.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Counselor Smith.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Yeah, I missed July's meeting, so I'll just report really quick from June. Attended the Port Harcourt Heritage Society, their general meeting and AGM, and their new installation of board members, which is the same. And they have new staff, and the plans of the new visitor center were coming along. So I'm not sure. I wonder how they're doing in the summer, but they had some really good staff. So I hope to hear good things about how things are going down there. I was also on vacation June 29th to the 12th. On the 18th, I went to the Sinella Open House. That was really nice. I'm really thankful that's streaming along for our community. And then, yeah, Salome Days, the 19th to 21st, amazing weekend. Well, yeah, the weather was absolutely incredible and some good changes this year, and it was well received. So July 23rd, I got to witness our black belt testing. We had 4 community members that got their black belt,
Oh, wow.
and the significance of it was our instructors locally were able to do the black belt test
Oh, wow.
without bringing in an instructor from sometimes the US or the mainland. So they were able to do it on their own, which is great because it's, costs a lot of money to bring these instructors in or even to go to seminars in Vancouver or the mainland to do that. So it's
Oh, cool.
excellent for our community. So that was really good. On August 3rd, I was supposed to attend a dear friend's father's funeral and teacher, John Groff. I did miss that, but what an incredible family. And I was out of community August 4th to 11th for something that I hope to maybe report on with good news soon. So keep that will be coming up, but that's my report.
Counselor Tiberi.
Just adding to the John Goff that it was an upbeat ceremony. I might add, it was the first time that we had a quiz within the.
That's
within-
Mitra.
And it was very, very well presented. It was a really nice function.
We had family on Saltburn, so we were down there, otherwise it would have been John as a colleague for many years.
Yeah.
And he was a character.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, of all the teachers I've had for science, John Groff was priceless. Yeah.
And the only instrument he didn't play was drums.
Awesome. Counselor Dorwood.
Excuse me, I also attended the Sonala open house. That's our culturally supportive housing. I'm hoping to have in our community soon. I've got some good people running that and got lots of confidence in them. And Paloma Days, best ever.
Yeah,
Every year you guys make it better. Thank you so, so much for doing that for our community. It's such a big deal for all the people that like the homecoming for, so, and everybody who lives here too. So thank you so much for that. Today I met with MLA Michelle Babchuk. We just talked about some of the recent developments, like the secured low-income housing. There's 4 apartment buildings. In those, there's approximately 20. They'll actually be reserved for professionals as market pricing on it. So that was good to learn. I didn't actually know that aspect of it. And we talked about what we can do to reduce the drug use and overdoses. And she's going to approach government to look at education for our youth, like start at the grassroots and move forward. Like something can be done similar to the improvements in drinking and driving that has happened over the years. And we talked a lot about the economy and the challenges in the forest sector right now and how, you know, it's not like a sudden thing, so we don't notice it, but there's a real downturn in our forest sector and it has a huge impact on our community. And yes, hopefully that changes soon. And that's about it for me.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, Paloma Days. I agree. I think it was the best Paloma Days I've ever had. It was amazing. The parade was unbelievable this year. Couldn't believe it. Right to having Gunner bucking logs or along the way. That was priceless. No, it was good. I thought it was amazing. I had a lot of friends and family in town and a lot of people that were first timers and had never been to Paloma Days before. And I was just speaking to Councillor Dugas about that they were absolutely blown away by how great of an event such a small town could put together and make it such a good community vibe. The events and for all ages, there was something for everybody. The talent show was amazing. There were some singers in there that absolutely blew everyone's mind and just tiny little people just belting away. It was awesome. The fireworks were great. Yeah, I can't thank everybody enough for putting all the effort in. I know that the committee's been a bit shorthanded and it's a lot of work to put all that through and to make it go off the way it did. It was absolutely amazing. And I know there was a lot to do with the beer gardens being a bit of a hard thing. And so I do want to give a shout out to Deputy Corporate Officer Louisa for last minute dealing with a lot of things to make it happen for everybody too. So yeah, thank you for that. It's honestly amazing. And I'm looking forward to jumping on the committee next year to help out and be a part of it and bring my wife and yeah, keep it going. It's such a special event for our town and everybody looks forward to it. It's good. We got to keep it alive. Yeah. And then, so last week I attended, I believe it was last Thursday, I attended the North Island Community Health Center's 1-year anniversary. I went down there and there was some cake and cupcakes and stuff down there for everybody. And it is a really good thing for our community, what they're doing down there. The big thing down there is that they collaborate with everyone else. There's like chiropractors and mental health and everything. So they're doing great things down there, and it was good to go down there and say some words and thank them on behalf of us and also on behalf of Port Hardy as a citizen for what they're doing down there. So that was good. And I just also want to run a thank you or congratulations out to Brent Borg, who took his position as our fire chief part-time for now, but I think it's a pretty big deal, and I can't think of anyone else better for the position. I'm really happy that Brent has stepped up and taken it, so I'm looking forward to moving along with that. And that's it. That's it for me. Information and announcements. August 6th or August 16th, implementation level 2 watering restrictions. August 27th, 10 a.m. down at Carrot Park is the Overdose Awareness Day. September 2nd, Labor Day, our town hall's closed. September 3rd, permissive tax exemption deadline. September 3rd, Bear Spark Committee. September 7th and 8th, Mount Washington Regional Fall Fair Civic Center. September 8th, Firefighters Memorial Day. September 9th, coffee with the mayor. And September 10th is our next regular council meeting. So notice in camera meeting, none in the agenda. Adjournment. Any, I guess next thing be questions from online?
Yeah, everybody?
I don't think so.
It's summertime.
It's summertime. Hallelujah.
It is
Now we
not
go.
much longer though.
Not much.
No.
It's
It's already halfway gone.
It's not raining tonight, is it?
I'm not sure.
It's gonna be dampish though, the next couple of weeks.
Is it?
Yeah, off and on.